Africa once more as we welcome you back to East London. We're still debating issues that have to do with education, and of course we won't waste any time. The MEC has heard some of the issues that were raised, and will allow him time to respond, particularly on the issues that were raised by equal education, the issue of infrastructure and vacancies. How do you respond to those questions, sir?
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, firstly, must acknowledge the fact that the huge backlogs that the province is facing is something that cannot be wished away. If I had all the monies, I would have wiped out all the backlogs, made sure that pit latrines have been dealt with. But it's not only an educational problem, it's a societal problem that you still have rural areas in South Africa.
Talk to me.
And okay. I take it that not in an arrogant fashion, but to call upon our people to say, at least acknowledge the fact that the work that is being done surely will not be wiping out every problem that we have overnight. And the fact that the education, a school, is a reflection of the community within which it is residing. Secondly,
one of the critical issues is the inability to use the budget by the province.
Well, that was 2015-16, and I must acknowledge that by then the capacity in the department, as the chairperson of SCOPA had indicated, we did not have a permanent head of department by then. We never had a head of infrastructure. But as I'm speaking with you now, the department does have a permanent HOD, a CFO that started in March, a chief director for infrastructure, and the professional people. Since then, we have not yet turned money back. Instead, we have utilized the money to an extent that the money is falling short. You want to do more to deal with the challenges. So my request, and also the other point raised by the lady teacher from Overton, though some of the things I'm hearing them for the first time. However, I cannot run away from taking responsibility. I've just exchanged numbers, taken her number to follow this thing. I mean, your child, an ordinary teacher in a classroom, would fail to record things, and the whole department must be blamed for a failure of an irresponsible individual. Now, the future of that child has been messed up. So I'm just saying I really apologize on behalf of the department, but also commit to take up the issue of Overton and the case of the child.
Any commitments in terms of dealing with these pit latrines? They seem to be a serious issue. By when can we expect this thing to be addressed?
Well, if I had all the monies under my control, I would easily make a commitment. But remember that you are allocated a budget that is not under your control. The department did make its cost projections, 62 billion, to wipe out every backlog in the province. But as I'm telling you, in this financial year, the budget has been dropped by almost more than at least 209.3%, from 1.5, I think, to 1.3%. So I'm saying these are some of the challenges that we are facing. But the good thing that I want to share with the community is that the little that we're given, we're utilizing it optimally.
All right.
Thank you.
The president says these pit latrines have to be done away within 3 months. Will we manage as a province?
Well, what the president says becomes more like a law to me. And hopefully, having submitted, made the costing of the challenge, working with the office of the minister and the president, we working to make sure that flat out we deal with the challenges. But if I listened very well and read the statement of the president was saying in the statement, can the minister submit a report of the state of the problems, and indicate a plan, that in 3 months submit a plan, not wipe out issues. Wonderful. Because the president is a South African. He realizes that the problems are deeper than 3 months.
We want
Thank you.
All right, let's allow in Jane. Where's Jane?
Yes, Jane.
All right, if you can, okay. All right, Jane, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. I want to acknowledge that there has definitely been improvement in education, and we'd be foolish not to acknowledge it, particularly looking at the matric results, which took a good step in the right direction. But I do feel that we need to focus on the things that matter to all the children in the province, and every child must benefit from the services that education can deliver them. For example, we have a scholar transport system in the province which has been rolled out with some degree of success. However, only 80,000 children of the 110,000 children that qualify for transport are receiving it. And I feel this, once again, I agree with Mama Nosimo, we need to work interdepartmentally. And the Department of Transport has to step up to the plate and find somewhere the funding to allow all children who qualify for the transport to get it. Thanks very much.
Teacher unions, we haven't forgotten about you. When we come back, we will be speaking to you. But allow us to take a quick commercial break for now. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.